Good morning, student. Assalamu alaikum. This is Ms. Aisha Rahan, your mathematics teacher. I hope all of you are enjoying good health and staying safe at your homes. Today, we are going to discuss a new topic with you, that is decimal numbers or decimals. So, what are the decimals? Decimals are part of a whole, just like fractions. As we all have learned in detail that fractions are actually part of whole, same is the case with decimals. Decimals are also part of a whole. Now look this example here. This is an example of decimal numbers. If you notice here we have 17.591. This means decimal numbers are the number which contains a point in between them. Or we can say that the numbers before decimal points are called integral part and the numbers after the decimal point are called decimal numbers. If you look at this example here, and when we consider place value of the numbers given here, we find out that the number 1 is at tens place and number 7 is at ones place. But the numbers after the decimal point have different place values. In the example given here, number 5 is actually at 1/10th place, number 9 is at 100th place, and number 1 is at 1000th place. This is the first time you are learning 1/10th, 100 and 1000 place. So let's see them in detail. First we will discuss 1/10th. For example, you have a shape. Here we are given with circles and each circle is divided into 10 equal parts. So when we represent one part out of 10, we can represent it in a form of fraction 1/10 or we call it 1/10 in terms of decimal number. This means when we divide one whole into 10 equal parts, then one part out of 10 is actually called as 1/10th. Look this example here. Here we have 10 parts and one part is shaded out of 10 parts. So we represent it by the fraction 1/10 and we write 1/10 as 0.1 in the decimal form. So you can say that the fraction 1/10 is actually equals to 0.1 in decimal form. Now next comes 100. When we divide one whole into 100 parts, then one part out of 100 is termed as 100th part of a whole. Now here we have an example where one rectangle is divided into 100 parts and the other rectangle is divided into 10 parts. When we shade 10 parts out of 100, we represent it by the fraction 10/100, and when we color one part out of 10, we represent it as a fraction 1/10. So here we can conclude that 10 hundreds are actually equal to 1/10th of a part. Now look here we have 1000. Just like 100, 110, 1000 is one part out of 1000 part. This means when one whole is actually divided into 1000 part, then one part out of 1000 is represented as 1 divided by 1000, or we can write 0.001 in decimal form. So student, this is all for today. Today we have discussed 1/10, 100 and 1000 in details. Inshallah, see you tomorrow. Allah Hafiz.